maybe like some little bit of disrespect. I don't know. I see a Nature's Prophet Luna like first 2 picks. I know they're pretty good heroes, but let's see. Yeah, okay, okay.
I don't think that's disrespect. Like, if you get to pick these 2 heroes, you pick them every game. Like, you just straight up pick them. Let the enemy team counter you. Let them pick some Morphlings and play around you. Because the way I feel about these heroes is, to win against them, you have to outplay them. You have to play much better. Because they just have things that are too strong. Why would you put your position in which you have to play better than the enemy team? Just, if the grounds are even, it's much easier that way. So, I'm being enjoyer of the Luna and Prophet. I'm not the greatest enjoyer of the Tide, but I can see why it's picked here.
Yep. 30 seconds. We'll see how they're going to be able to perform with it. So MOUZ do a full loop around from Dai's triangle all the way back to their jungle. Unfortunately, they will not run into anyone though, so it looks like
Cardio.
We're going to Wait, say that again, sorry?
Cardio.
Cardio. Ah, I see. I like that. See, that's you're looking at the bright side. You know, they're saying they gotta get the cardio, and you gotta tie it. This dude's, you know, he's a little bit on the.
What if here we go? Dumb ideas 101. What if running it took some sort of stat from you? You know, like some.
Oh my god.
So you had to stand still to your hero who's get bot lane. Fernance is dead, man. Like, he's actually dead. He's got Fairy Fire. He's still dead though. Is he? He's not. He'll heal up. Level not enough. Almost.
Sounds like a very interesting idea for a different game. That would just like we wouldn't be playing Dota. I don't know what we would be playing. You know, it's not bad though. It's not bad. Look, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad.
You have to make your moves count. Like, no more running around the map for no reason. Actually, you get punched if you run. If you use a smoke.
You get punched.
Yeah.
Who's doing the punching?
Punished, not punched.
Oh,
That's why are you so aggressive all the time? Like, you always.
You said punched, dude.
No, punished. Just punished by not having the stat to run anymore. No energy.
I see. Okay. Well, we will see. We'll see if this new idea one day will be implemented into Dota, and then we can credit you for your crazy, innovative thoughts on how to make this a beautiful game.
I was reading on Reddit, and someone had an idea of having the map without any vision. Like, every player only sees himself, and that's how they play.
Oh.
Like, you have full fog. And there was a game, like another custom game in Warcraft 3. It was called Island Troll Tribes. I'm sure no one remembers it, but I loved that game. And it was like 4 teams, 16 players, 4 teams of 4, and you couldn't see anyone, but you had to cooperate. Like, you had to cooperate with your 3 teammates. It was a cool concept.
Okay. Sounds very interesting. There could be a cool mini game. You know, you could go for a mini game like that where you have a concept like that. That would be crazy. Bring back mini games. I feel, you know, there was a time where mini games in Dota were fun. And something happened.
Something. I wonder what.
Yeah, some not good stuff. It's okay though. So far, pretty chill. Another chill set. Lanes where, you know, action is it's not going on at the moment. Both sides just posturing, getting last hits, nothing really crazy. May see potential fights or maybe support rotations for the first time with that second round of the water runes. But besides that, maybe even for the Lotus as well we have coming up shortly. Looks like it's going to be an even trade though. Flacco is able to get the Lotus up top and Bengen gets it down bottom.
Mm-hmm. It's a scary lane. This bot lane, Bengen and Luna with, you know, all the damage with the Maledict. I've seen a lot of Witch Doctors, not a lot, but I've seen a couple of Witch Doctors play Witch Doctor right now, and they all go for the Headhunter. They go for the Paralyzing Cask, deals more damage. No more Festeration. My god, that was so broken.
Yeah. Hornet is getting beat down once Bengen left the lane. So Harass may be able to set up for a potential dive, but looks like they're going to try and disrupt the pool. Yeah, Bengen, I mean, if you're going to maybe get some ideas of any Witch Doctor, this is the guy. I mean, ever since, you know, his entering into the process, I mean, he's been around for quite a while. So, you know, I mean, Chicken Fighters is really the big one. I believe some other ones as well that we've seen him on. And the Witch Doctor has definitely been one that he has had success on a lot, I would say.
Yeah. I like Witch Doctor. I think it's a fun concept of a hero, and always throws me back to times when some Witch Doctor gets level 6 and then just camps the enemy jungle until a carry shows up and then solos him. You know, a bit of Maledict, Paralyzing Cask, that ward. A lot of potential to outplay with this hero, but one of the reasons as well why he was picked, not only is he strong with Luna, he's really strong into Enchantress. You get a hero that can kill her, and that's really good versus summons.
Bottom lane, Bengen, nice rotation. They don't even need it. They're still gonna maybe keep the Enchantress down because they are cutting the wave. So they're going to deny potentially a full wave onto the tower for Olin. I mean, Narman, I believe, is yet to poke out of the trees. I don't know if they know that the Dark Wheel is actually here. With the damage onto the Hoodwink, it should be able to get themselves a return kill. Maybe more as well. Not
yeah, Witch Doctor is back.
Maybe actually. 2 points Maledict. This is going to be a lot of damage if they can start to pump it out. Beam, unfortunately, still on cooldown, so this Maledict not giving them as much damage as what they were potentially hoping to get the kill onto the Centaur, but no boots, of course, with the horsepower. But great timing with the Bamboo Maze. Beautiful placement. Narman gets a double connection, and it'll be a long chase down, but it will be a chase down that converts into a second kill nonetheless.
It was so long. Like, he played the vision game very nicely, especially because he's playing into Luna during the night, so very nicely done from him to at least buy himself and his teammates some more time. 2 supports and the carry chasing you for all that time. Frees up the map a bit. They get the rune on mid lane at least as somewhat of a prize. Supreme.
I like what they're doing with their supports. Very active here from Passion. And Supreme, there's not really much they're going to be able to do. Tries to activate the Wrath of Nature into the TP out, but they should be able to blow him up, and Nish is able to do just that. Nish. And bottom now, Centaur though, another death. Walk of Shame coming up shortly with the Maledict tick. It will not be required. Only off to a great start. 1-0 and 2 with the Luna. And now some damage into the tower as well. They might even be able to stick around to fight for the Wisdom Rune that's up in 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's the big one, right? Because Nish on the mid lane, he's stealing the stacks, which is also really nice for him. A triple stack stolen. But if he loses the Wisdom Rune, it's not worth it. Let's see, Fernandes. He's the one that has the stun, so yeah, it should be simple for him. Kinda hard for Dark Willow to take it without Cursed Crown, even if you have it, it's easier for Dark Willow.
You see Supreme had to TP in as well to get the Wisdom Rune, at least for MOUZ, their own, but a tower does go down. What took had to, of course, walk back, and you didn't have the Hoodwink there with having to get the Wisdom Rune, so a very early tower is going to go the way of MOUZ.
Which will free up the map a little bit more for actually Centaur. I feel like every time you take this tier 1 tower, if you're really dominating the lane, it's the enemy offlane that kind of recovers afterwards, because the lane is pushing in a bit deeper. And your supports usually abandon you. They're like, yeah,
Force is in trouble top lane. He's going to try and TP up and now, but the damage, it's maxed out Whirling Death. He is not escaping with the pure damage from Niche.
Yeah. Is there any armor? Actually, level 1, yeah. That's usually what I see. If any, you see one. Narman.
Tries to get off whatever damage he can before he dies, but it's not enough for Flacco.
Man, Passionate, they're playing really well. Like the laning stage itself. Yeah, they lost the tier 1 bot, but Freak is owning the top lane. And most importantly, like Nish on the mid lane, like he's having a really good time on Timber.
And I think a lot of this is set up by the supports rotation. Like, they're very active supports. The Hoodwink along with the Enchantress, both pretty high level, like level 5 as well. And they're not done. Like, they're going to try and send some of the army down bottom. They've got a really deep ward as well that's scouting out Allnet, so a potential opportunity for them to get a kill into the Luna if they step a bit too far forward. And see them try and make the attempt. Allnet's going to try and go for the TP out, and he will make it. Nice TP.
Oh, they thought that he's running, but he just TP'd instead. That looks scary, by the way. I mean, just Brood moving through the Twin Gate with all her Broodlings looked scary. Infestation coming. And also, they didn't have level 6 on Centaur, which is what made that a bit difficult. Couldn't pop that ult to just chase her down.
Like you said, though, man, like they're playing very well, Passion.
Yeah.
Impressed by the movements that we're seeing out of them. Fortunately, if they're able to continue with that, though. Did they get any stacks at the Ancients? So they have none back in there. Oh, they've got a double at the hard camp, but none at the Ancients for the Timber Sword to be able to go back and claim. And they are still looking to try and stick around mid, so we'll see what MOUZ can actually do, because again, you don't really have the easiest time at defending your towers with the heroes that you have, so maybe you can think about putting the Tide there shortly, but this is not a game where Tide can really tank through a lot of the damage. The Timber, the Hoodwink, like you said.
Maybe they can still utilize him, you know, with the Ravage. He's still fearsome, and Luna maxed out Lucent Beam, of course, with level 1 ulti. She still dishes out a lot of damage right now. So you have to put some respect on them. Enchantress and Hoodwink, they're higher levels than the supports on the other side, but they're not super tanky. If you get clipped by Ravage and ulti from Prophet, it'd be difficult. Let's see, they still want to tier 1.
Because it seems like at the moment MOUZ have like their eyes are put on this stack, which it's gonna take a while. Like, do you farm the stack? You go defend the tower, because you gotta be cautious, because I can take this stack very easily with the Timber as well. They opt to try and defend the tower, which will take a lot of damage with the catapult wave along with the skeletons.
Meanwhile, Brood is pushing top as well, so this tier 1 will fall.
Yeah.
And it's already dead. And now that it's dead, maybe Brood will even scout out the triangle. So they have to be fast about this. Like Force and Bangan, they are trying their best to take down the stacks.
Do you like this Vlad's first on Force? Is there something else that you would prefer with all the gold he's getting from the stack?
I'm not sure. Like a Blink Dagger as well wouldn't be bad for me. Like they have no way of initiating and fighting, so I wouldn't mind that. But he's actually switching it up and going for a Mage Slayer instead, which is also like a standard build on Tide. Something like a Crimson is decent too versus Brood. These kind of items, Pipe as well, not amazing this game, not terrible as well. I like the Mage Slayer. But honestly, I just wouldn't mind the Blink, so he's able to play the game. But for the longest time, I haven't seen a Tide Hunter rush Blink. Usually, it's always one item before that, at least.
Yeah. Game can be very, very volatile with that Blink rush from Force, or from Tide in particular, I should say. But this Devil with lead, it's swapping between 2000 and 3000. Again, like Passion, they are... You see how they're like playing with their supports as well. Like Flacco, what he's done with all the enchanted creeps, but you're playing very aggressive inside Radiant's jungle, like maybe taking one neutral stack away, one neutral camp, or even like a wave mid where no one wants to be here. So I really like the split that they have at the moment with all of their heroes.
Bot lane?
Okay. Should be able to get a couple of kills here. Bengen being able to drop the Death Ward, and well, the double supports is what they need from MOUZ to crack open this game. 2 ultimates and 2 kills.
Yeah, 3 ultimates. Wrath of Nature is well connected, right? Like that's something extra they had. Maybe a little bit of disrespect from Passion UA. The way they're playing is they're fully controlling the map, but they're very greedy. So if you are that greedy, maybe you shouldn't be engaging into Witch Doctor with Dark Willow. These two, yeah, I swear, Witch Doctor can just change games. Like he can, no matter how tanky you are, if you get caught by Cask, bouncing back and forth to some of your allies together with that ward and Maledict, you're dead.
You see Supreme and Freak are farming next to each other. Supreme's going to run into the Broodmother, so we'll be able to TP out without a concern. I wonder when we're going to see the Timber Source start to be unlocked. Kaya, 2,700 gold in the bank.
He's going Ags, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, once he bites the Sags, he's, even with Maledict, almost unkillable. So, I get it that he's chilling a little bit. Like, he's had a good start. He's on top of net worth. Like, no necessity for them to do anything crazy, like on the bottom side. Keep in mind that Ench is also farming very nicely. Like, she's got almost maxed out enchant. She's just constantly pushing in the waves with her creeps. It might be killed now, though. Let's see.
Sidestep. With all this going on, you're also inching closer towards the Blink Dagger for the Centaur. So you're about to have this one online, ready to go, and maybe there then could be an opportunity for like a jump in into the Sharpshooter, into the burst from the Timber. And speaking of Blinks, we did actually get first sight and Blink from Force. He is getting it delivered now on the Courier, unless he's sold it again. And he's got the Ag Shard now queued up afterwards, so which is does make this Blink rush like a little bit better than what it has been in the past, right? Because you would just like Blink Ravage, now you have a little bit extra control, and versus Stampede, and I would imagine Brood, right, would be quite nice.
And Timber, I guess.
True.
Yeah, like you can jump all of these heroes, catch them, hold them in spot for maybe a Witch Doctor to deal damage, and they're not showing a lot of their items. Like even this Blink, he's still not showing it. You can see that he's keeping the Courier around the tier 2. Now that they've smoked, now he has the Blink delivered together with the shards, so they might catch Passion off guard because of that. Also, same thing with the Prophet. He wasn't showing the Atos, he was just keeping it next to the shop, and now he's gonna have Gleipnir. Like, they're unlocked. They have some massive items right now.
And I'm inching forward, but they know. Look at Freak's position.
He's
Somehow
blocked.
They've got the read.
No,
oh,
he was blocked.
Okay. You shouldn't have said anything. I was seeing his praises, man. I thought it was an incredible read for him.
He did read them, but he still got blocked, unfortunately. It happens sometimes when playing Brood. Your webs don't connect and you get blocked in the trees.
It looks like they know now, though, so a little bit of time getting wasted. Mid's going to get shoved out of the front of the T2 tower, so Force will go back and show. Supreme will catch up to 1, and that's going to be a kill for them. So just under the hoodwink, nothing crazy. Centaur was a little bit hesitant about following up. Let's see if they want to go back to the ward that they freshly placed previously on MOUZ.
They have Manta now as well, right? Like, they have full Manta completed. They can maybe even pressure the tier 1 mid. Brood? Freak?
Oh, banging. Potentially baited the TP. They're going to have the Gleipnir to hold him into place, and look at that. The damage coming through from banging along with Supreme. Now, inside the river, though. Another fight's breaking out simultaneously. We'll keep chasing down Enchantress. Okay, we can go back over now. See what was going on there. There was Tide Hunter and the Lunar falling low, I think half health, and they tried to stampede to close the distance. I believe Ravage had to be committed there from Force. They're not done, though. It's a bit of an opportunity for them with the Broodmother down.
He's such a
We'll see if they're going to be able to get the close the distance onto the Nature's Prophet with the burst potential. They're in trouble. Supreme tries to TP. Supreme, nice TP. Heads up play, recognizing they are lacking the stuns along with the nuke. With the anchor being dropped onto the Timber, he wasn't going to be able to close the distance. It will expire and now help them get the kill into Bengen.
Dude, going on that Enchantress was never gonna happen. Like, she had Tendons, on top of that she had a full wand, and she had like 3 Lotuses combined. Like greater healing Lotus or whatever. She was just not gonna die in that situation.
And they're hunting you. You think you can go for the kill into the Centaur? Maybe you're right. Not until the Timbersaw comes over with a haste rune, and I mean, Centaur's still alive. We're seeking maybe the Nature's Prophet was going to come through, but that's where Onit's able to come into play. But Onit, that is a suicide mission. Like, this is... that's an offlaner. And You're the carry, my friend. I don't know if you can do that.
If you had the opportunity to go in, use one Lucent Beam to kill off a Centaur and run away, you'd probably try it. Come on.
I probably would as well. I maybe hope my Nature's Prophet would join me. That's where Supreme's going to come into play now, but some messy stuff is going on. You're allowing this Timbersaw with to be concerned about nothing. Flaco should be killed off. Now they look for the Timber next. They have an overwhelming amount of control with the dead in the water. And Narman continuing to spam the spells as well. And are they going to be able to get a big kill onto the Timbersaw? Timber, who was top net worth, has now been usurped thanks to Supreme's Nature's Prophet. 4-1 and 3 here for the mid laner.
I love how he was still trying to run away, even though Dead in the Water was on top of him, like that anchor holding him down. He's trying to waddle away. Doesn't really work, but he did buy some time for Freak, who now has a BKB completed. Echo Saber moving towards his Harpoon. Keep in mind, this hero is a scary late game carry at the moment. Like, she goes for... What did I see? I saw a lot of like Harpoons, Skadis, Harpoons, Butterflies as well. We'll see what Freak opts to go for, but... whatever he opts to go for, Luna, I feel, is fine dealing with it. Prophet, however, probably is not. Like, he's going to have to really position himself well against the Brute. Ench?
Force sees an opportunity for the Enchantress. It can work for a little bit, but it's not going to be that long, especially with Allnet nearby. See what the call is going to be, because Dire are still sticking around with their 4 remaining heroes. Force is going to run into them. Ravage the ready for the Tidehunter. Back away.
Oh, yeah. Everything that could miss, missed. Allnet running away towards the top lane, and they're still smoked, so... What's the decision? They're going top. Okay, they're still hunting.
And this hunt will pay off. Oh no, unfortunately, is going to be chased down. Try that is that attempt, unfortunately, is not going to work.
Yeah, unfortunately, they had that good ward that is literally about to disappear in 40 seconds. It was on the Twin Gate on the Dire side, so it saw the Luna. Allowed them to get her. At the same time, this is rush, right? Like, into the pit, Freak goes.
Looks like it is. You got Ravage.
I mean, they could fight it if they were a bit quicker about it. They have BKB as well, but this is too late. Feel like it might be too late.
Try, maybe they can take the fight into the Aegis advantage. See if that's a decision they want to make. Freak is not an easy kill. Gotta pop everything, then BKB on the respawn. Well, TB on a down. Oh, Terrorize. Big whiff, though. Force is still gonna be able to hold him into place. They're doing a lot on the early life. Eclipse being used on the east. Flaco's able to get some separation. Back to Freak they go. Freak's in some danger, but lacking the damage at the moment. MOUZ unable to find a kill.
They can fight now. Like, he's about to heal up to the creeps. They wasted... What? They wasted Terrorize, they wasted the Eclipse. At least Ravage is still there for them, but... Let's see, I feel like if you're Passion UA, you take this fight now. You still have Aegis, if nothing else.
So they're kind of eyeing towards a fight. Especially with the smoke as well.
Yeah.
Centaur's going to lead the charge. Niche will run straight to Force, who's ready with the Ravage. He's going to be able to get it off from the left side. It's a beautiful hoof stomp. Destructive with the combo on Force, but it's a retreat that's being called. They'll try and TP out. You'll make it on one. Force, Pure Escape. Are they all out?
No one dies.
They're all out. Oh my god.
It was a beautiful hoof stomp, but they needed like 3 more to cancel all the TPs. It's so sad.
Just one person
sad.
TPs, the other one TPs like, and Vega's like, oh, your TPs work? Okay, I should probably TP too then.
Yeah. It's because Brute committed on the time.
Timber? Let's see if they can make the attempt here, and yeah, without a doubt, he's gone reactive armor. That was on cooldown with the Scepter, and just big opportunity for MOUZ, and they capitalize. Couple of seconds. Gonna use that perfectly.
What's he doing mid though? Like his whole team is down bottom. You know,
Yeah.
chilling. He probably feels unkillable. That's all. Fernance. Very dead.
Very dead indeed.
And they make some really nice plays on Passion UA, and then they do a couple of these Pepega plays afterwards.
Well, what would you like to see them do though? Because you've of course got the Aegis still for another 2 minutes 40. What is the call? Are you waiting for some items? Do you just look to try and force the issue?
Well, I thought they were strong enough, and so did they, and I think their move was correct. It was just that they didn't manage to kill off anyone. I think Brood committing completely on Tidehunter was, like, in hindsight, a mistake, because if she went on the supports, she kills probably both of them, and then Tide TPs, but whatever. It's like, hindsight, always perfect vision, right? Like, it's so easy to say. If they had a little bit extra damage, maybe they killed the Tide. But overall, I don't think they're doing anything that badly. It's just that they get lost a little bit, like this Timber got lost around the tier 2. Their moves, strategic moves are fine, just like individual mistakes here and there.
See if that's going to bite them in the back in the end. Very even game. We've got pretty lucky over on stream in particular. I know the mainstream was also getting a lot of good games with that OG series, so...
Yeah, they got like a 60-minute game in OG.
Yeah, getting treated at the moment in Western Europe, and we'll see if that will continue to be the case. Aegis, another minute 10. They are looking to try and smoke up on Pash, but we'll see where the trajectory is going to be for them, where they see an opportunity, because they might run into Own It, but this is a BKB Manta Luna, who's got some heroes kind of nearby to maybe counter-initiate Own It. Just a BKB TP out.
They need to get the kill,
Almond
right?
will get caught, though. They'll get one.
TP, TP, TP.
They'll get one. They'll get one.
TP.
What?
Can someone please buy an Atos or a Hex or something? Mid lane?
Maybe on Force? Okay,
TP.
they'll get one on Force.
TP, bro.
Ravage TP. No, it's too late. Well, they got one.
Honestly, if he channeled the TP immediately, I feel like there was a chance.
Yeah. I think he made it. I think he would have made it. It's TP, bro. It's not that hard. I'll blame Bengen and Supreme are looking for a kill onto the Centaur. But as soon as they show, they're starting to tip into the outpost. And now the aggressors are turned on the back foot. Supreme looking to try and juke it inside the tree line, but...
BKB.
BKB TP up, very cool. Mid lane, something's going on there. Freak and Flaco. They're going to go for a tower defense. They'll make the attempt onto the Dark Willow, but Dark Willow protects herself. A timing under the BKB. Freak will be okay, but Flaco probably not going to have the same fate, though.
Yeah. It's like one of the heroes that can always kill you through the game is Witch Doctor. He also, by the way, bought a full vessel. So no healing shenanigans on the Dire side. If he can use his Maledict and Vessel, even a Timber, he cannot really heal up. Plus, keep in mind that you do have a Nullifier completed on Prophet, so Supreme will be able to deal with that as well.
Be able to connect with the smoke. A quarter duration left.
Look at that.
She's
The
just
illusion,
a Broodmother illusion.
Yeah, but with the Broodlings... Ah, never mind, it's fine. They didn't get... If he was like staying somewhere in the trees and they saw the Brood with the little Broodlings, I'm sure they would Ravage pop right there. It's something, it always messes with players' minds if they see like Visage illusion with birds or Brood illusion with Broodlings. They get baited harder. Nice attempt, basically, by
it really was. I mean, if that actually happens, you're Ravage committed, maybe they pop something else as well. A BKB with the threat of like a jump in from the Centaur, then all of a sudden, you're passionate. It's a big opportunity for you to look to take a fight. Unfortunately, that your little play, individual play, not able to go all the way there from free to give them that chance. And Now he might be in trouble top lane. Of course, he's got the BKB. We'll see if Force able to jump directly on his head and look for the Ravage. Maybe a little bit too far away and potentially also lacking some of the damage to blow him up inside the combo. So MOUZ, this net worth lead is growing slightly though, 4,000. And you see a lot of that is a result of just Supremes farming everywhere, and you know, you got the Luna with the Manta as well.
It's exactly. It's so hard to keep up with these two heroes, like Prophet on one side or every side of the map, and Luna as well, just built different. This hero farms way too fast. It's not like Passion, they have bad heroes to split the map and take resources away, but it's nowhere near what MOUZ have got.
Nature's Prophet is being so frustrating, forcing the Timbersaw back to defend the tier 3 tower, and this might give an opportunity. See Force and Naaman hand in hand starting to run pretty aggressively to reoccupy their own jungle. But Passion, of course, read this and they're going to be able to split away. So, both sides, no one's really getting caught, but we're also not really getting any big team fights at the moment.
I think you're happy if you're MOUZ though, right? Like Luna and Prophet, I'm not sure. I'd be happier to have them in the late game than one Brood. Even though Brood looks pretty damn scary as the position 1 lately, I'm not sure she's enough against the Luna and the Prophet. And the items are kinda similar on both sides.
I was gonna say it kind of depends on the supports and right with the scaling. Maybe you would say that I feel like Guy's supports could scale a little bit better depending on their itemization. Like Flacco has Dragonlance, Solar Crest is going Hurricane Pike. We haven't, it's not that, I guess maybe Hoodwink can go Hurricane Pike into like Maelstrom if he wants to, but for Radiant, pretty much you just said like Bengen is the big one with like Spirit Vessel and Melodic Death Ward.
Yeah, I feel like they scale better in an individual way, if that makes sense. Like,
sure, yes,
they can be the ones that, you know, just make a difference, carry the game. But Radiant supports, I feel like, scale better for the team. Like, you get terrorized, it changes team. The team fights are stronger, basically. They scale better in team fights. Let's put it that way. But
yeah, under a ward. Great high ground position, but the DD going to be activated for Niche.
Nice.
Rambo to the jump in. Force finds an opportunity with a Ravage onto 3. They need the damage follow-up, but it's not going to come through. They'll now run up the high ground, but it's too late, and Onit's not winning the man fight. Freak trying to stand his ground. With the jump in as well, Centaur not able to get the hoof stomp stun. The BKBs last long enough duration. And now Niche, he's going to try and chase him down though. He sees an opportunity with the magic community not there. They're going to turn it back though. He gets caught inside the Sprout. Niche is gone. And now with the Enchantress going to join him inside the grave as MOUZ. They're going to find a couple of big kills finally. We got a team fight and it goes the way of Radiant.
Yeah, they were just waiting. This Luna got the butterfly and then they instantly smoked up. It was all about the initiation though. Like the initiation from MOUZ was just a little bit quicker. The smoke broke. I feel like Passion, they had the opportunity, the time to jump in first. They got jumped on instead. The Ravage was great. Brood, nice reaction time. Going in with the BKB to man-fight the Luna. But the problem is, like, while you are man-fighting 1v1, Luna is actually hitting your teammates as well. So she's actually dealing damage to everyone. Meanwhile, you're only hitting the Luna. So she comes out on top 9 out of 10 times in a scenario like that one. There were some nice little mini plays as well. Like the shard from Dark Willow hit 3 heroes in the back, so they couldn't connect on the Timber that was trying to continue the team fight.
Is that worrying signs for the fact that the Broodmother is not able to man-fight the Luna?
Yeah, it definitely is worrying, but she's got the full MKB now.
Yeah, wow.
Full
Mid lane Supreme, that's an aggressive TP in. Meanwhile, they've also caught the Timbersaw by the secret shop.
She's got MKB.
Stampede's gonna help the supports close the distance. Onit, of course, with the fresh Aegis, so he's got the second left. It's gonna avoid him. Avoid the carry, go for the supports. They'll be rewarded with 1. They will not be able to get anything more, though.
Yeah, it was a BKB used, though, so if you're Radiant, okay, you don't have Eclipse, but you also baited out a BKB. Can you take this fight? I'm not sure. 4v5, probably not the best idea, but they are waiting on the high ground.
They're on the ward,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have so aware they're gonna bait the Enchantress. And now they're going to have to follow up jump in. Double hoof stomp from the Centaur. They need the damage from the Timber Saw. Is it going to come out? Great timings under the BKB. They completely nullify the Ravage. No value out of Force's ultimate.
Own it.
Now own it as well. BKB stuck on cooldown. Niche is going to be able to Timber Chin over the top. Supreme, he's got a great position with the Nature's Prophet. Look at the damage. Supreme might be able to turn the tides, and that is enough. Supreme's location is on point. This high ground position, you're powering away with the right clicks. They're going to attempt to chase him down, but Force is acting as a bodyguard. Bengen as well is coming through for the backstab. They're going to try and TP in to stop Fernandes from escaping. Gleipnir not off in the mark though, so alright, another good team fight.
I mean, it's another fun team fight for just the viewers, right? I'm not sure how these teams feel about it because no one is coming like pretty much on top. You lost the Aegis, you lost the Luna, but you kind of killed the Timber and the Scent, so I guess you're happy if you're MOUZ. Supreme is getting a ton. In the end, I think the only reason why they went back was Bengen and this Witch Doctor. Like, he makes a difference, and they saw him running towards the Prophet's Force.
Glimpse of the Broodmother. Who's in trouble? Force in trouble? Freak in trouble? Bengen trying to do his best with the Death Ward, but they thought about tipping the Nature's Prophet in. Supreme's gonna come late. Supreme.
No BKB on him.
But now he's in. They're gonna force him further into the middle of the fight. Double bushwhack as well. What is going on? MOUZ, give some freebies over passion. They'll eat that up.
Yeah, exactly, eat that up. Like, one big ass thing here is Witch Doctor usually kills off anyone in that situation. Like, if he's able to Maledict and just pop someone with the Death Ward. You can't do that to Brood though. Like, insatiable hunger, she just heals up. So the Maledict actually doesn't work against her because of the heals. Did 0 almost damage. And then of course Supreme going in. Yeah, he had BKB on cooldown for 10 seconds, by the way. No buyback. This is kind of a disaster.
Maybe bottom melee as well?
I mean, if they don't kill the range, but the range has to fall because of the catapults, I think, so they'll now have a refreshed glyph. And with that glyph, maybe it's time to go back. I'm not sure. 10 seconds were tied. They don't want to go back.
No Supreme. Since blood in the water here, Passion. Underdogs looking to try and take game one. They will strike first in a big way here. Full set of barracks mid, bottom barracks as well. Range left standing. It's only a 4,000 net worth lead, but I mean, this is going to be a huge injection of gold nonetheless. These items starting to be completed. Enchantress, Hurricane Pike, Crimson on Centaur now.
Yeah, I feel like it is only 4K like you stated, but this is one of those games where Radiant Draft is like an alchemist. Like, they're supposed to be further ahead. Timber? Oh, they don't see him.
What do they do now with the ward drop? Timber Saw, we're seeing Bright, no hesitation, Force. Jumps in with the Ravage with the burst potential out of the Eclipse. That's enough! MOUZ, they got him! They got the big one, and now they're gonna get the Centaur as well. Stuck inside the Sprout. Triple kill for Own It. MOUZ, they strike back.
What the hell is this game? Dude, this could be right game. This could be game. Like, they don't have buybacks. 50 seconds
Holy shit.
With the Luna pushing. Okay, they have to, like, it's on Hoodwink to try her best and defend this. They have fortification, of course.
Do they go for the end though? Like, they don't know. Or maybe they do because
I think they're gonna go. They're gonna go. Look at this.
They're going. And Force gonna jump as well. They're gonna get another kill. Hoodwink, no buyback. Is it just space? Freak trying to create the chaos. Supreme will attempt the TP out. Now he's gonna cancel it. Freak, no BKB, so what does he do? He tries to run in. He won't win the man fight. The buildings are falling. Tier 4 down, and that is game. One fight. MOUZ, that's all they need. The pushing power is too strong. MOUZ, they will find game one.
Oh, the disconnect from Brood. Oh, the instant DC. My friend, I think that hurts more.
No, whatever. Well, that's also the combo that they end up going down in the end. So we will see if they're going to be able to hit that stage where we can get a lot of damage coming through from the, well, I guess from the bodyguard now. And we'll see though, we'll see. I'm still, I don't know, I feel like Puck versus DK, I never like see this go well for Puck. I feel like you have to completely outplay. And it's not purely just because of the point click stun. I think a lot of it is just the fact like how Puck kind of wants to play with potentially making rotations to the side lanes, and like, you know, if you overplay your hand, you TP in. Well, like you can't do that versus DK. Like you need to stay in your lane, you need to shove the wave out, and you just don't have enough nuke damage to clear the wave when like the DK's level 6 and when the supports rotate. So really for me, that's what I'm looking at. Like in game 1, I was very impressed with Passion UA and what they're able to do with the Enchantress and Hoodwink and rotating to the side lanes. Now you need to do it again, but you need to defend your mid lane when DK is sieging it down.
And it's like you're this small little feeble pink fairy dragon, and he's like a big ass real dragon that breathes fire, you know? Like he must have some complexes about that as well.
Yeah, you know, like it's not fun going up against a dragon, you know, your personal experience. I can definitely attest to that. Dragons do be kind of scary animals, you know.
You were in Bali, you told me recently, so you could have experienced some dragons over there.
Yes, they in the
some
secret
lizards
caves.
At least,
Yeah.
They have
Definitely,
them, right? Like on the well, not in Bali Island, but one of those side islands. I think they have some.
What, the lizards, the little ones?
Yeah, the big ones, the big lizards on the beach. I think they do.
Yeah, but
yeah,
they do. Yeah.
Oh man, this is a lot of damage. That's just, he's dead. That's it. That's all they needed. 2. Look at that. That's
a lot of gold.
He didn't even need 2 soul assumptions to kill him. And now Yulnit, like, he can't even approach the creeps.
Yeah, you see, he's trying to raise him out of range. Get that one, but yeah. All right, that's a lot of gold. He's got 600 already in the bank.
It's like, it's actually one of the best heroes to get the first blood on, because he gets whatever he buys. He's gonna buy Bracer or Null Talisman, so he's gonna get more mana, and with that extra mana, he's gonna nuke you even more. So, like a very easy hero to snowball with. That's my point.
Well, let's see if they can continue with this advantage. You have some items now getting delivered, a little bit of extra experience. We see how passive Onet's playing.
Yeah, I'd go on him right now. Like they're actually just respecting him quite a lot. I feel like there's potential to go on him.
Larko, potential for a kill. Unfortunately, not going to be able to continue with that use of the blood grenade.
Yep. He's just farming, really. Like, has that gluttony facet, so didn't go for the one everyone goes that tall. And I like this. I feel like if you are gonna play support Doom, this is how you're gonna do it, right? Like you go for the gluttony and you just eat creeps. I love that he has this heal creep. Not a lot of mana to work with, but yeah.
That's interesting. At least he's got extra regen with the Tango. A little bit of value under the tower range as well, so should be fine. I have to say I'm also very impressed with the fact that Puck is 13-3. I mean, the matchup gets a little bit more difficult at this stage in regards to being able to CS. I mean, 76 base damage now. One Bracer coming out will see if Supreme brings a second top lane.
Never mind, they missed. I'm just on the edge. Like, this top lane is... I can't describe how close they are to killing the SF all the time, but he's kind of playing on the range of rebound. But I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be able to stay this patient. I'd be diving him already. With these heroes, the dive potential is real. Look at that. Again, rebound. Missed again. Reel in. Okay, they got to fight here now, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they aren't. Yeah, I'm surprised he's running back. Yeah, I want blood. I'm surprised Marcy's running back because he's got Fairy Fire and Healing Lotus. Like, they could have turned on SF.
Could go now, unfortunately, rebound.
Yeah.
I'll try and get the jump in. Sit up.
That's well played by Naga so far. Saving them. The lane will push in though, so Unit will not have as much luck farming under the tower any longer. But mid lane that you mentioned as well. Nicely done by Puck. Keeping up with the DK.
Yeah, we do see 9 losses. Sorry, 9 denies. So, but besides Element, yeah, I'm honestly very impressed with the position that Niche is actually in. So, see if that's going to be able to continue there once Supreme gets 6 and once the supports start to rotate, because it's going to be difficult for them to leave top. Maybe Shadowfiend, I mean, can go back and farm up inside the jungle. Is the range drop going to be enough? Has a stick to try and go for the 3rd raise. Will be a little bit too far away. Naman has to TP in, but won't get anything out of the TP. Still the scatter bar slow, but there's nothing really to be had here. Bengen is trying to body block. Actually, Visage tries to go through the trees instead and runs into Own It. I don't know if he would have made it out if he went to the kind of far left side onto the bridge, but that's a big kill.
After that first blood, I really think they had the opportunity to at least trade Marcy for SF constantly. But they played this lane too passively, and now this is a good lane for SF. Like, even though, yeah, you're still winning with Visage Marcy, I think this is the best lane SF could have imagined.
For what was potentially going to be a very scary early game recovery for Owner. Seems like he's okay. And again, this really then will benefit Supreme with the supports potentially being able to play around him. He's got the catapult soon to hit level 6 as well.
Force?
Bottom Force, yeah. He's getting chased down. Nice Shackle is going to be able to latch. They've got the power shot. Lacking the damage with the raindrop. Flacco, but does he want to go for the dive? Force does pop the self. Doesn't even need it. Should tick out. And he will. Oh my lord, okay.
Dude, he ticked out on the last hit. Like, the last tick of the Infernal Blade is what got him. If he survives there, that's a disaster. He had a salve as well. That would have been a full disaster. Visage top lane, he might be dead here actually. They're not helping him, like...
Nice blocks.
Oh, not great raises though.
Maybe they're going in. Bit of an opportunity there. Own It again, I believe, missed on the raise, and
yeah, he did.
This is proving disastrous. I mean, very costly mistakes in our niche. His rotation over. It's going to be a double kill for the Visage.
Look, if those 2 raises connect, Visage is dead, but at least they get the counter kill on the other side. Force and Narman, they managed to take down Windranger, who was left alone by the Doom. Flacco, you know, he's just chilling mid, as you have to. Like, if Puck leaves the Dragonite, the support's job is to go back in mid and protect the tower a bit.
Another good start, though. Another good start. See Passion are able to continue this, and how they can look to play with the advantage. You got Visage top net worth. This game we're going to get a pipe rush out of the Visage too. We saw, what was it, the Atos? Last game, Force, is he going to be solo killed by Flacco?
Power shot.
With the power shot, it's going to be on the mark again, and Flacco gets the kill. So, this support Doom is getting some involvement in the early game. He's going to be really enjoying the golden experience.
I really think they didn't even plan the support Doom. Like, I feel like this was like some stroke of genius at the end. Like, why not? You know, like, why not play it on 5? Just take Gluttony and put Visage, crush the SF. Narman almost got him again with Scatter Blast, but no such luck this time around. He's now on the top lane, and is that a 6 Visage I'm seeing? Not yet, but after this wave it should be. Yeah, I like the pipe first into Sand King. At the same time, I feel like it being a second item is maybe optimal. Doesn't have to be an Atos first, can be like a Drums or Vlads.
We are seeing with the aggression in the side lanes, you know, top lane with the Visage level 6, Marcy being level 5 already, Flacco's 5, like, you need to keep your heroes here, but it means that no one's really being able to play with the DK. So again, what is supposed to be a pretty good time for the Dragonite, like, yes, there is a couple hundred net worth advantage, but really the big thing is the fact that your tower goes down, and that is yet to happen. So I feel like Passion, again, really happy with the status of this early game.
Yeah, for sure. And this Naga, she just cannot defend this on her own. She might even fall here. Bengen, they are chasing him down. And there's no response. Like, everyone is just in the jungle. SF jungling, DK jungling, Bengen not jungling. Dying instead.
This is just getting rich. Getting incredibly farmed. Tower will go down. First one of the game. You do leave Force alone down bottom.
Yeah, because of the facets, right? Like, you get bonus gold every time you kill someone with Soul Assumption. It lingers even a little bit, so not that hard.
Flacco, okay. Just eats the kisses.
Freak's
gonna try and go in, but Freak actually... Hank, what? Didn't respect the damage from now, but I guess he didn't see the full duration of what happened to his Doom. And now Supreme is here to be able to rotate. Nice dodge, last second niche. Maybe would have gone down if the Dragon Tail connected, but in the end, is able to kind of turn it a little bit. I mean, it is your carry that dies, but it's a 2 for 2 nonetheless.
Yeah, Niche matched his Freak. He went down there and finished off the Sand King. I think it's not terrible for Passion UA. Of course, you wouldn't usually like to trade your carry for that, but... And maybe a tower even. Bengen, like, he's got this reel-in within Snare, and Freak has to be careful because of that. Can't really just defend the tower on his own. Mid lane.
See if they can fight this. No kisses. This is probably the big one. It seems like there is gonna be no defense to be had, so a Park lineup taking mid tower first. Very impressive. Second net worth is the Park.
Yep. Very nicely done, but it's not really Puck taking the mid tower, right? It's the Visage that took top, and then he rotated mid. Pipe AC will be the build for him. Very straightforward. Wants to... Like that AC is just a good item on him. The other side, what's Doom buying? He's just going drums. I like it. Like, they're just... Probably Marcy will buy something like a Solar Crest. Or maybe Fernand's even goes full carry. We'll see with the BKB.
They're gonna smoke and go through the portal though. I don't know if where they smoked, if they're able to see that. Looks like Supreme is ready with the blink reveal. They're gonna try and deal with the Visage. High net worth hero that they want to bring down. Fernand's able to stop a little bit of the Mortimer kisses, and that was the damage they needed. They needed the remaining kisses damage. But still, this could be disastrous song to potentially set up for the Requiem. Can they time it perfectly? They do not. No. They don't time it at all. It doesn't even get them a kill. MOUZ, what is going on? Some ultimates going astray. I mean, Supreme's able to jump over the top, at least get the Marcy kill, but it needed to be better.
Yeah, like some big spells wasted on both sides, right? Like, but mostly support spells. Like Doom on one side, it's really big. On the other side, the Song. Meanwhile, nicely prevented Mortimer's kisses. Very nicely done by Marcy, jumping on top of him, saving the Visage. Not very nicely comboed with the Song, like you mentioned. That was a bit of yeah, an interesting play. Let's put it that way. Song, Force
is running aggressively into Radiant side of the map and should be able to get... Never mind, not actually going to be able to get the kill. And now with him intercepting them, still Supreme runs into Freak with a double damage room. Supreme in some danger. Core going to be up in a couple of seconds. Supreme will be caught.
No more
so Passion UA
yes,
going to be able to get the kill.
Yeah. Straight for the tier 1 tower maybe on the bot lane. There's no Morty's kisses. Your Sand King really isn't ready to fight. This is one of the differences. Like Visage, if he gets a good lane, like he just starts ramping up the pressure. Meanwhile, Sand King, even if he gets a good lane, he needs to farm. Like he needs to get his Bloodstone. That's the item build he decided for. Something like Crimson Guard in this game would have been really good for them though. from the Sand King. Like preventing the birds from actually destroying them.
Is this something you would consider to go back for, or is it you kind of, it's like not in the item build if you're rushing Bloodstone?
I think it's still maybe viable for him to go after the Bloodstone, but like if you go for Bloodstone, you want a reset, so something like a Yules would be good with Blink. We'll see what he goes for, but I really wouldn't mind a Crimson.
Engen's going to be able to snag the Wisdom Room, and we'll send the illusions out of the tier 2 tower just to let them know what happened. So they are continuing to group together though, Passion UA. Try and, since there's a big opportunity for them with this pipe. Ultimates are ready to go, and they're going to try and brute force down this tier 2 tower. Do you agree with MOUZ looking to give this up, or would you like there to be a defense?
I don't think they can fight. I feel like there's actually no contesting this even. Like, they have no way of really initiating nicely. The Song of the Siren already proved to be not very efficient for them. I think they just need to split the map and farm. They do have almost an Orchid on Dragon Knight. I think that maybe changes things a little bit. Like you get Blink Stun Orchid on Puck and then you can play off of that. Maybe even the same initiation for Wind Ranger. You can blow them up. Your Sand King is buying a Blink. These are some big items that you just need to even play the game.
They're just overall doing a really... last minute or so I've just been watching Bengen send the illusions to continuously cut this top wave.
Yep.
Your bottom's getting pushed in as well. They are delaying the game as much as they need to. Force will also escape. So these are 5 heroes from Radiant that kind of veer all their attention over to the area. They might be able to get Supreme, but Supreme blinks away after bounty's going to be claimed.
They're chasing him.
He's still under a ward. And Supreme's going to be caught, so an opportunity. And they're going to be able to capitalize. Doom is used. But didn't know that anyone's playing behind him. Want to guarantee the kill. A little bit of hate. Hasn't used Doomed in a while.
Yeah, maybe not super necessary, but if he doesn't Doom, on it, maybe... yeah, on it. I was thinking maybe Requiem of Soul saves him, but it was a very difficult save.
Are you killing Sand King? Gonna be able to activate the Bloodstone. Nama will try and attempt to get over to the right side of the cookie. And yeah, Force is okay. You did see it was close, so much closer, really, than what I was expecting.
Bloodstone helping out Force. And Narman, of course. That cookie coming in clutch. This is Rosh though, right? Visage running up top. Same with... I really like that he went at least for Vlad's. I am a big enjoyer of Vlad's on Visage. He's getting Vlad's, it will help out. Freak as well. The birds actually start dealing some decent damage with it.
Well, they are coming though from MOUZ, but it looks like they're going to be a bit too late, unfortunately. So no contests before Roche goes down, but there might be a fight afterwards, even with the Ages.
They might be even fast enough
They're
if
taking
they just...
the long way.
Yeah, if they go crazy.
There's the Naga. Maybe Bengen. Does he start with the song? Does he use it to counter? Force gonna go in onto Flaco, but... yeah, they got him. Okay, Puck's gone. I just jaunted, I think, into the DK stun. Didn't see the start, and now Flaco... they're gonna be able to catch up to the Doom as well, so... 2 kills, tried to take the fight into the Ages, and that's gonna work out for MOUZ.
I'll make it very easy for you and the observers. It's all about the Dragon Knight and Puck play right now. Like, it's... if Dragon Knight manages to jump him easily at the beginning and stun Orchid him, the fight is almost instantly favorable for MOUZ, even though they're behind. And that's exactly what happened. Actually, what happened is Puck jaunted towards them. Like, he broke the smoke, but he didn't see the DK and stun Orchid. Fight over. Like, right now... yeah, right now I feel like... even though they have the Aegis, they're actually not favored in these next couple of fights, even though they have an advantage. But they do smoke up, so let's see. Maybe with a good initiation, they do have an advantage.
A bit of a window with the ultimates being on cooldown too. No dragon form. No kisses. They've got a ward that's scouting out Supreme with the freshly completed Orchid.
Yeah, and the blink is flying out to Sand King, so he doesn't have it yet. They know everything. They see the storm.
Force. Okay, they're gonna run straight into him. Bloodstone tries to do whatever he can. He'll get some separation, but like you said, without the blink, it's really no escape. They're gonna doom him as well. Now they are intercepting Supreme. Freak almost is able to run into Supreme. Supreme's at least able to blink before the Wind Ranger gets there. So there will not be a secondary, well, there will not be a third kill, I should say, because they do still get Nama nonetheless.
I feel like Supreme was in some point, bro, can you run in the other direction? Please leave me alone. Like, he was almost all the way to Dragonite. Well, Dragonite, mid lane, live near.
Okay, Supreme.
Yeah.
Maybe half the song? Bengham will use it. Okay.
Bengham with the TP. That's a saving Private Ryan right there. Blacko down bottom lane. They do have a ward on him.
Yeah, go for the solo kill or not. Hope he just runs into the trees at that timing. They're actually bringing Supreme down, so maybe they see a bit of a freebie. And yep, that'll be the case.
Damn, he hits hard. 200 damage with the Mask of Madness.
That's gold for the BKB as well completed for the Shadow Fiend, so they'll instantly go back, trying to defend their tower.
They're amassing some serious power on the side of MOUZ, like some items that are going to change the course of these fights, the upcoming fights at least.
Trying to see if there's any big ones being completed for Radiant. I mean, the puck is without a doubt keeping up in net worth. Arcane Rune as well, that's really the big one for him, but still he has to be so cautious of this matchup. We'll see if the greed's going to pay off if he goes Parasma instead of something like the Lincolns.
Well, he is queuing it right now. He's going for Parasma, and I feel like most pucks are going for Parasma, and they still have the Sages, so maybe they could greed out, go mid. We'll see.
Fernan, Smoke's going to pop. Was trying to charge
Epicenter.
up the epicenter. They've got a really good ward as well that's inside the lane. They're going to jump Fernan's and use a decent amount, but still have the ultimates in case. And with the kisses getting rained down, this retreat gets difficult. Epicenter's going to be laid down with the damage over time. The pipe still stopping a decent amount, but once they go through the barrier, there's nothing stopping them from getting the kill into the Visage. And now the Doom is caught to Freak. Well, he'll be fine though. Blink has already been used from Supreme, and you were just mentioning before with Onet, his raw damage output here for the Shadow Fiend, and he was just able to showcase that in that fight.
They're just too big. Like, I feel like even though the network isn't very different, like the difference in how much firepower each team takes to take down a target is massive. Like on MOUZ, it's so simple to take these heroes down.
They might get the puck.
Yeah,
Yeah, Supreme with the Orchid Force should be there in range. It might.
Not quite. Not quite. Very close though. But I'm just not. I feel like one big diff in this game, in difference to the first one, are the supports. Like you have Doom and you have Marcy, and Doom is playing selfless, like he's got drums mech, but Marcy is playing all for herself. She went for it. Is we gonna die here? No, I won't. Aegis reclaimed and refreshed. Fernance is going for BKB. I feel like Solar Crest would have done so much this game. You can pop the Solar even on a bird. So Visage goes Sam. You can pop it on any target that they go on. You can save your puck that way. But okay, with the BKB you can be a solo carry that jumps SF and kills him.
And definitely that's got to be the big target, right, for the Marcy, especially if you somehow are able to potentially farm a Basher with the late stage. Like you were saying, the Shadow Fiend is that like turret kind of hero where really any like interruption in your BKB combo can prove to be your fight losing potentially. We've seen Basher heroes really be frustrating, or any BKB controlling heroes be really frustrating. So if you can get to that set, I mean, that is still a lot of gold, and Marcy has always been a hero that can struggle to get that gold.
Yep. Usually she gets it by getting kills, right? And being a nuisance in fights. But let's see, they smoke up. They want to go through the portal. They don't really have the most perfect vision down bottom. And Puck, is this a good position for him? I feel like it isn't.
Not if he gets caught first. He's at least got the Your Scepter though. What? Okay, Supreme. He's gonna be fine. Did you what? I didn't know you could ensnare yours.
I didn't know as well. Can target invulnerable and sleeping units, so yeah.
An aggressive run into the middle. It's a beautiful shackle onto 2. Force is gone. No sanking and not the greatest Requiem. The retreat's been called. Song's gonna help out, but they're gonna be able to chase him down. Fronage with the jump over the top. They're on to own it. They're gonna lose the Shadow Fiend. They're gonna lose more as well. Passion UA.
Nicely done.
A great fight from them.
Amazing fight, actually, and all on the back of Puck, wasting all their focus, right? Like they went way too out of position, which allowed that smoke to work. The smoke that went through the twin gate so they can circle around them. Very, very nicely done by Passion UA. And yeah, like you can ensnare a sleeping target, right? Like you can ensnare any invulnerable unit. So
this is big. I mean, it's gonna be a solo kill for the Park. There's nothing Narman can do. He can hold the Your Scepter, cancel the TP. Or he's just hoping that he can somehow juke away. We'll go for the TP now, but yeah, not gonna make it. So solo experience, solo gold. That gets him closer to the Wind Waker, which he just... Sorry, not the Wind Waker, the Parasma. He just completed the Your Scepter. Yeah, I want to go... I never knew that mechanic at all. You can ensnare a Yours target. That really surprised me. I was like, what? I was so confused when I saw it.
I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it once. So, nice usage by the Naga.
Speaking of Naga, Bengen and Supreme running out of the top lane. Was underneath this Observer Ward, but... See, Radiant playing from ahead. They're continuing to sweep across the map. I mean, this is no joke of a team, regardless what happens in this series. Continuing to be impressed by Passion UA. They are really bringing the fight to MOUZ. We saw it in Game 1. We're seeing in Game 2.
Absolutely. Force, mid lane. I feel like that's their biggest issue. They have no save, no reset on him. Puck goes in, Armin. Force as well.
Well, the shackle over the right side, Freak. Abra landed onto 2, but still, the snap fight is going to go down. 2 fights breaking out simultaneously. Supreme's going to be able to get the BKB TP out, but something's just looking wrong in these fights for MOUZ. What are you seeing?
Yeah, one thing that was wrong for Passion is they needed like 3 seconds on that Doom, and he'd have the cooldown. And they could have used it. For MOUZ right now, they're just not ready to fight properly. Like, Armin gets caught, and he's the first one that dies here. The BKBs get used very freely, and they're not ready to take these engagements. One massive thing for me is definitely Force. Like, I'm not seeing the usual Sand King impact in these fights. And it might be on the back of him not having a resetting tool and a resetting teammate. Like, okay, sure, sleep is there, but sleep kind of resets it for everybody, not only for you. Like, it's not like some disruption or something.
Seems like they really need a gem or something. I mean, this ward is just continuing to scout them out. They're going to smoke underneath it. The vision so far from Passion has been on point. And it might help result them in a team fight victory. MOUZ are going to bait them back to the high ground. See if they want to take the bait on Passion. Niche is going to move forward, pops a smoke, tries to jump away. And opening onto the Mars team with the Mortimer Kiss is getting laid down, but the Sand King's just gone. Freak's damage output. Crystallis is all they need. They're going to be able to catch up to Bengen. Ornit will make the attempt with the Requiem, but the timing of the shackle last second. Milliseconds away from the Requiem going off, which could have potentially turned the fight. Ornit will charge it up now. That's a huge epicenter. Force from the backline. That's what they needed. A buyback out of the Sand King. You've been waiting for his involvement, and Force, he showcases it off the buyback. They're going to be able to line up for the double burrow strike. That was a big moment to turn the second game, and they're gonna make it a 5-man wipe. They are not getting out on the Visage.
Okay, that was beautiful. Like that team fight, hats off to MOUZ. It was amazing. At the same time, they did use 2 buybacks. They bought back the Sand King and they bought back the Naga, I believe, right? Like, so 2 buybacks. But they're gonna get a big reward of Roshan afterwards. What's the gold swing? Like 3k gold gained as well for MOUZ. Overall, like, you must be happy with the way that turned out. At the end, hats off to MOUZ. It was amazing. At the same time, they did use 2 buybacks. They bought back the Sand King and they bought back the Naga, I believe, right? Like, so 2 buybacks. But they're gonna get a big reward of Roshan afterwards. What's the gold swing? Like 3k gold gained as well for MOUZ. Overall, like, you must be happy with the way that turned out. At the same time, you can really see the power of Passion UA. Without those buybacks and without the perfect target to TP to, like this outpost, and to rejoin the fight with like 4-man stun epi, it would have been game over right there.
Luckily for MOUZ, this game will continue on. Ages in the hands of Ulna. Just having Roche's banner as well. Speaking about the gem before, that is picked up on Force. Don't know who... Okay, so Benkin bought it after the gold from that fight. Importantly, Force as well. You were kind of wanting a reset. It's not like the Yules we saw early today. It's actually going to be the BKB from Force, which... How do you feel, though? Because he's just dying to the Wind Ranger damage. I don't know how...
Yeah,
do you like the BKB?
It's better than nothing, I guess. He was aiming for Shiva's earlier.
Oh, they're coming, Force. Nice pickoff if they're able to snipe the gem. Force, okay.
Yeah, I feel like if you're MOUZ right now, you do have the Aegis, but I don't know if fighting is the best idea before the MKB is completed. He's 400 gold away. Just wait for Olnit's MKB. It's a huge difference maker in these fights. He's gonna have it, maybe even, yeah, needs 1 more wave and that's it. And now you can smoke. I feel like this is, both teams are ready.
They're gonna run up the high ground before the MKB gets delivered. A fight might break out. Not this item. They ping out Olna.
It's got Aegis though.
Reposition down to the low ground.
They just want to take position. They want to be the ones that get that first vision movement.
Lanes are in a good spot as well for MOUZ. So they know that something's going on. Mid shoved out, top shoved out. Have a good idea. They'll continue to stick together. We will see Radiant start to split away. Ishi's going to go back inside the jungle and eventually trying to address top. There's another item as well, Supreme with the AC, which is about to be completed. 250 gold. Again, we've seen the physical damage be a really big issue. Combine that, you know, with the Visage, a little bit out of the Marcy, but you're really that Wind Ranger. So, they are getting items off that big team fight victory.
Yeah, recovered nicely. The advantage is non-existent right now for Passion UA. It's under 1k. Around 1k, I should say, but yeah. Aegis, still 2 more minutes on Yulnet. I feel like this is probably a go time for you. Do they have smoke on someone? They do on Naga. There is this ward that they didn't check for, though. Oh my god, another smoke.
They see the Sandstorm, I think? Ping came out. Smoke's gonna pop, Force for the jump. They're gonna try and get rid of the Doom before the ultimate's committed. But still, look at the combo win. Oh my god, they're all clumped up with the Wind Ranger damage. It's just too much. It's just too much. The Freak with the Nemesis Curse and Daedalus. He will just tear them apart. Nothing the Shadow Fiend can do. Supreme will run into the middle. They've got the kisses raining down, but it's not gonna matter. Freak is fine. There's no buybacks. It just might be the same thing like we saw in game 1. Dragontail is caught up against the tree. Supreme, that's a 4th one without a buyback. Niche is trying to hunt Narman, and yeah, that might just be game.
It most likely is. They don't really have the best heroes, but you have AC Visage. It should be more than enough to go throne them. The only question is, do they commit? They're committing. Yeah, this is game. No buybacks. 30 seconds for Naga. Do they have a glyph? No glyph. Well, after this one, no more glyphs. Let's see, let's see. Maybe there's a song. Maybe there's a song. Let's say, nah, they,
No, it's over.
It's over, yeah, it's GG.
So they do the same thing. They do the same thing, and I don't know. We got some smiles like, hey, ease up, freak. Ease up. He's feeling good though, and I respect it. But you got to keep in mind that was a quick DC last game. He's letting him know though. He's feeling himself. There's some confidence. They're feeling good, and they're looking.
But they are, and like they had that option. I think Luna was maybe in the pool as well. I'm not sure, but they're basically they were better meta heroes. Like, I'm playing Weaver right now a lot on carry. I like it as position 1. I don't think the hero is weak, but I don't think he's...
Is it a good Weaver game? Is it really a good Weaver game? They have so much control. Like,
No, yeah, it isn't. I don't think it's like a good Weaver game, and I don't think the hero is stronger than a Wind Ranger right now. I feel like she's much better in the meta.
So, like, maybe there is this something that they feel like in the lane. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Weavers can really body a lot of offlaners. Maybe that is the case. You mentioned like Primal can have some difficulty with like keeping up with this hero. So let's see. Maybe there is something about the lane that they really like. But I really like MOUZ's draft.
Yeah. I'm not sure really. Even with the Naga, like she has Deluge, so it's not like you're going to hit harder with Weaver. The combo isn't that amazing between the two of you.
I've like stressed a lot about the matchup last game with the DK Puck. I think it will be much worse this game. Like I was kind of alluding to in the draft. I think the supports from Radiant are much better. And I think the supports from Dai, like you have the Naga now. As okay, oh sorry, I thought that was going to be a fight. No fight. As I was saying, I felt like that was maybe one of the weaknesses with the fact that MOUZ had the Naga and it was difficult to connect with the DK. Now it's actually Passion that have it. So, let's see how they're going to be able to play around. With that being said, like even before we got to that stage, like Niche, I'd say outplayed Supreme through the first like couple of minutes. The fact that he was able to be even with last hit. So I'm very intrigued to see just the slight differences in the draft supports in particular and how that can influence this matchup.
Yeah, I feel like it isn't really that slight. It's quite a big difference here. And even in that last game, he managed to kill off the puck a couple of times. I think it will be, like you said, much easier this time around. He does lose the courier mid, like Niche. He managed to jump over and kill the courier on the mid lane. Top so far low. Flacco dealing some serious damage to Force.
Serious damage. That is a lot of damage they have dealt. Nauman is also dealing a lot, but he may actually just die in the end. When Flacco's just gonna apparently run him down, another deluge up in a couple of seconds, and it's gonna be a double kill. And Flacco might just deny himself as well, so there you go. I don't know if this is like exactly what they were expecting out of this matchup, but already 2 kills.
There's no way they were expecting it to go this way. There's some mix-up that happened from the Primal Beast and the Rubik. Like this lane is supposed to go much better for them at the beginning at least. Once the levels go up, maybe it's a bit easier for Force. Flacco is level 2 now. He's got Reelin as well. And look at this. He's gonna take so much damage on Force.
It seems like both side lanes we have to keep our eyes out on as well. Like if you're able to catch the Witch Doctor with the Bushwhack into the Static Link, that could be a lot of potential. We saw early today, right? Well, game 1 in fact, sorry, with the Witch Doctor and the Luna with the spam of the beam, and that could be kind of similar with the power shot here.
Yep, for sure. Maybe not as much spammability, but still very annoying. Mid lane, Puck having a worse time.
Yeah.
This is 7 denies already on Supreme. He warmed up. He warmed up on the DK.
Yes, it seems like honestly he got outplayed last game, so, at least in the lane. So very good side here for Supreme. Nish will be able to get the water rune. Will he actually? Okay, gets in range. So Should be able to get the other one at least.
Will he? Like, he needs to get there, and the lane is pushing in, so
That's true.
Supreme might just even go for the other one as well. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard. Like, he's leaving a lot of creeps here that will get denied by Supreme. Yeah.
Dude, and yeah, this is really why I was harping on this matchup last game, because 21-10 to 10-1, like, this is what you expect. It's not a good matchup.
Yeah, definitely more to the standard of the matchup, right? Like, this is what you usually see.
No more kills in the side lanes, in particular top lane. Forces farming up some of the small camp.
You already used Trample.
Force is in a lot of trouble. He's got Stick along with Lotus. I don't know if it's going to matter in the end, though. A little bit of bonus armor coming out, and it looks like he should be fine.
Yep. Also, the pull was there, so because of that, the lane is pushing in, even though he... you could argue that he made a mistake there with the Trample. He still gets a full wave under the tower. Fernance is gone.
And oh, he got the bushwhack. Well done. Before he died on the Hoodwink, was able to at least land that bushwhack, which results in a return kill.
He also threw a blood grenade. I feel like without throwing it... I'm not even sure if he's... he is that level 2 Maledict.
Yes, sir. Blood continuing to be spilled over in the side lanes. And importantly, we are seeing... okay, action will continue to break out, really, once again with the TP in from Fernance. This time they're not going on Force, which means the Primal Beast can output a decent amount of damage, but unfortunately that damage is just not enough. Force got a big wand. We'll see, is he going to get any help? Anyone wants to TP in for the Primal Beast? That's not going to be the case. Force, another round of the Uproar.
Wait, they won't kill him. They won't kill him. They backed out too soon. I feel like they could have... they definitely could dive there and play with the aggro if Naga goes in first. Like, she's got 6 armor, but as she went back, there is no killing him anymore. Yeah, this Naga into Primal Beast is actually annoying with Deluge because of the movement speed, so he's actually not dealing that much damage with Trample. It's kinda annoying for him to play.
Force is gonna try again. I was seeing with the damage output, like, yeah, you get a kill, and then importantly, that's a big one onto the Weaver. So not just a support kill. Force able to showcase, like, yeah, you keep going on my support, I'm gonna be okay with that. I can spell cast, and once he gets that level 5 as well, third point in the trample, the damage is going to ramp up even more.
Yeah, and that's also 3v2, so Batyuk, your Batya on the offlane on that Razor, like, he is zoned out completely.
Oh my god, no, not like this!
Scan sees that the Hoodwink or someone at least is still sticking nearby. We'll look to run mid now to try and secure the power rune. It's going to be Illusion down bottom. And this Puck's in trouble. Use the orb already and is going to be chased down. So very different. They've still got half duration of the catapult. Sorry, half duration of the Outer Dragon form with the catapult.
And
maybe a little bit of damage into the tower.
Yeah. And this Hoodwink will probably try and at least pull the wave away from the tower, but it should be a bit of damage.
Won't even give some hits. Supreme's gonna back off. Tread's completed. We'll see if he goes for the Orchid build again, though. Like you're saying, there's even more value potentially with some... Okay, bot lane.
Yeah, he went a bit deep, but he's in the woods, so they can't really commit. But they were waiting for him to go lower. They have this really nice ward. Like, if you see, the Radiant ward is right next to the tier 1 tower. Is he gonna deny it with the illusion? There's no way, right? Yeah, you can't click it that fast enough.
Oh god, no, not like this!
So no, not going to be the case, but we will get a Wisdom Rune apiece. See where the action's going to continue to break out next. Again, that look nice shackle from Owner down bottom. Yeah, I don't know. You saw that too? That was a weird angle. But they still look at the turnaround potential. They were ready for that. Great moves coming through from Dai. You're going to lose the raise up, but the response is great.
What the hell was that angle, Gaben?
What a movement. Very impressive. Passion. Their early game, this team continuing to really amaze me. I mean, they were ready for that. Already had gone through the portal before that attempt started onto the Razor. Like you're saying, we didn't, I believe, see the shackle on stream, but top lane, Freak. Yeah, might die solo to Force, and that will happen. Okay, he's gonna get a tip, and that's well deserved. He got tri-laned for a little bit too, so he is solo killing the carry.
Twice now. When he got tri-laned, he killed him as they were killing Rubik, right? And now he gets him again. Very nicely done. And that's on Weaver, actually. It isn't really on the Primal. Primal was... He's there, he clicks Trample and moves around. It's on Weaver, he used the Sukuchi way too aggressively without having a time-lapse.
See if they're going to be able to mount a defense on the tower. Flacco just sending the illusions out of them. So difficult. A lot of damage early on with the Deluge. Deluge, I guess. I don't know.
I have no idea. You tell me.
Yeah,
You're the native speaker here.
Maybe Deluge. I honestly don't know. I'd say
Deluge. Deluge, sure.
So do you like that they're not putting any effort to try and take the T1 tower mid? Like Supreme is wanting to play a little bit more for his own farm, using the Elder Dragon form inside the jungle to try and work towards the Blink.
Well, Puck is also making no plays, so if you have him contained to that mid lane and you can farm up the Blink, also pressure the tower a little bit every now and then, that's fine. Like, they made a lot of nice plays on the side lanes, right? Like getting the Weaver top lane Force. Well, now Puck is making plays.
And those plays are going to result in a kill. Force continue to use the voice lines, unfortunately, into his grave. Puck's going to be able to go back mid, farm the wave, and hopefully get the power in, at least for Nisha's stake.
Yeah, this time around Shackle did not connect. That crazy Shackle shot. It was literally the same angle, by the way. But yeah, no connection by Ulnit.
Armin? As they duck into the trees, are they going to be able to land the Bushwhack? Acorn shot connects onto 2. Looks like they want to try and take the stacks away, but there will be a defense. MOUZ, they're going to bring a couple of heroes. Nice silence, pushes back the Primal Beast, and Flacco's got the level 6 as well, so the Song getting committed to help with the retreat. Even game though. Very, very even game. Some good movements. Seeing Dire play around mid lane. Try and take away some of the stacks. See what they want to do with the second catapult wave though. Supreme putting a decent chunk of damage into the tower.
It needs to fall now, right? Like, with the Dragon form, with the Carti, Rubik is behind him as well, and they're making a move on Ulnit down bottom. And this tower needs to fall. You're sticking
as well. Niche, hang on. They're gonna play aggressively, spellcasting. Nice shackle from Ulnit. I mean, the bounce is back as well from Bengen. Is it gonna help them at the end? Because Freak is trying to chase down Supreme. They needed to with the bug. They will be able to do so. And Ulnit's gonna try and activate the ultimate to turn Freak and Flacco away. Do they need to respect Freak? This Weaver is still a big issue for them. Bengen and Ulnit try and turn, but the Sun Supreme still nearby with the blink. Jumps over the top. Freak activates the one, has the time lapse if needed. Freak, he's playing on a knife's edge here. Knows his limits, but has he gone a bit too far? But the Sakuchi on cooldown gets it off for the last second. Sidesteps, but it's not enough. Ulnit will land the power shot. Playing the full limits here is Freak on the Weaver, but they're going to be able to shut him down in the end. That's the top net worth hero in this third game.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too eager to make plays, but that's how you're supposed to play Weaver, more or less, like constantly making aggressive moves. There was no reason for Bengen to die, by the way. He died to that Weaver on Witch Doctor, but he had 10 Magic Wand charges. Like, he pops that, he's probably not dying to the Sakuchi. Then again,
wait, Force maybe got them an opportunity onto the Park Orbs on cooldown. Supreme a little bit too far away, though.
He's got Blink,
Is he still going to be able to get the Blink over?
Nah,
Just tries to slow him with the trample.
Yeah. Maybe if he had the form, he'd blink in there, catch him. But he's still farming for the Orchid. they do go bottom. Like, look at them instantly. Like, they're just 24/7 active. They're not taking a break at all. Look at the build of Razor.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that if this
I don't know, man.
smoke didn't connect. Alright, well. Yeah, let's see what your triple Wraithband cloak is going to do.
What the hell is this build?
Yeah, what is his build?
I have no clue. I mean, you do get some attack speed and some armor from the Wraithbands, but I don't even know if I don't even see raid bans on heroes that usually buy raid bans. Like Weaver, maybe. Even Weavers, I see null talismans and bracers over raid bans, but I don't know. It's a cool build, I guess. Like, he's got some armor, he's gonna buy a pipe. But I'm not a big fan of the build, though. To me, at least, it looks kind of silly.
We'll see if he can cook something up. Maybe there is some genius there. Or he might just die again, though. Bengen, level 6, unfortunately for the Witch Doctor. Really lacking the levels. Maybe with this kill, they are waiting patiently for the Razor to come farm. They will be rewarded by the looks of it. Bengen's going to show. And they're going to get 2 kills across the map, though. Force even able to bring down the Naga Siren. I'm not sure if that was with assistance of Narman or not.
How the hell did Raid Band not save him there? Like, he has 3 of those.
I don't know. Maybe a 4th, dude. Honestly. Maybe a 4th, and he needs the 25-minute timing?
4 raid bands combine into a super raid band.
Yes, now we're talking.
It still does nothing, but it takes only 1 slot.
That is the value that we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But smoke up by Passion UA. They want to make a move. Weaver is connecting as well. And maybe punish the Dragon Knight and Witch Doctor finally. They've been chilling here for way too long. Let's see.
They're gonna get him. Smoke's gonna pop. Niche. Does he want to jump? Oh, maybe thought it was at the camp instead?
There's no way.
How does he see? Doesn't he see there? I don't know.
There was no way someone was at the camp. They were at the Twin Gate for sure. He just didn't.
They're gonna try and take the fight. TP back. Force and Narman gonna show inside the lane. Ready to have a couple of heroes nearby, but look at the backstab. Coming through for the portal as well, so the pin some movement. It's gonna prove to be difficult for them to retreat. The Supreme will blink away. Force has the BKB, would hate to use it though. See if he's gonna have to. Tries to get some distance, some of the onslaught. It'll be okay. 2 supports. Bro, what is this Naga hero? When I did the TI games, Naga was banned out, I think, in every game. Or just wasn't picked. So I didn't get to actually see this Naga. This Deluge thing is is crazy.
Yep. It's crazy, and also like she takes away a lot of the map away from you. Like she farms a lot. Like it's crazy just how much info she gives with the illusions. And she farms, she gets items. Like, she's really strong in certain lanes. Like, before TI started, I've played versus and with a lot of players. Like, Fly was spamming it in pubs as well. I started copying it too with some success. Like, the hero is really good. Fernance
should give a kill over. He's buying a lot of time though for Dai to respond. Like, Freak and Flaka will swing on over. Bengen's gonna try and do his best. Force here to disrupt. Beautiful silence once again at the last timing. Force holds the puck down into place, so they got the nuke. They do. Puck is gone. They're gonna lose the Dragon Knight, but it's not gonna matter then. Here comes your triple Wraithband Razor. He will not be a threat for the boys on Rated. They will stand strong. Force gets the triple.
almost the wipe. Batyuk is the one that manages to escape. Not even level 12. He needs, what, 4 experience, 1 creep to get it. But yeah, like, they lose the Hoodwink and then they attempt to take a fight, which obviously did not work out in the end. They do have a full pipe now on Razors, so maybe with it they... I just don't know. I don't feel that they're that strong at the moment. Even with the Gleipnir on Weaver, I feel like they're the weaker side at the moment. By the way, what's with the nicknames on Passion UA? Freak, Flacco, Fernandes. I feel like it's like some punk band from the 90s.
Come on,
Some
man.
Limp
You're not a fan?
Bizkit type of a band, you know.
Limp Bizkit. You're not a fan?
Oh, I am, of course.
I don't know. You sound like you're kind of hating.
No, I'm not. I love it.
No,
Come on.
You do? Okay. Supreme?
Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water, man. My first album.
Oh my god. Supreme. Gotta run to Ferdinand's once again. He's gonna be nearby to be able to land the coil, but they're still gonna try and take the fight. Clumped up together. If they got the damage, so Force will stand strong. Supreme is gonna have a difficult time at escaping. Ornet's ready to go though, but doesn't really see the opportunity. This win range still doesn't have the items to compete with Passion, and Passion, they're chasing. Force underneath the tier 2 tower. They got the Gleipnir and they're gonna have the damage pretty shortly as well. Reeled back in. Force, you are not making it out of this one.
Very nicely done. And I was just starting to completely doubt them. This pipe came in clutch. The initiation from Puck, well, not the initiation, the counter initiation from Puck. When they went on, after they went on them, Puck managed to use his coil and just clump them up all together, which made Weaver hit them all with Gleipnir, hit them all with his spells. Very nicely done. He's going for Lincoln's next, by the way, on Weaver. Making sure he doesn't die to a single Orchid stun from DK. Not usually the item. I love it, but it's like it feels bad buying it, if it makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See if he's gonna die here. Narman trying to see if there's an opportunity to try and catch up the Weaver, but Weaver's gonna go back into the trying to farm the next wave. So again, man, we are having. We're gonna very lucky with the Dota. I feel like often some games we've been covering, you know, a while ago, we were getting like all 2-0s, like not really close. We're getting some really good games today. Again, 20 minutes in, it's dead even. The 10th onto Force. BKB ready to go. They'd be happy if they can expend the BKB and maybe get out. They'll try and use the coil over to the right side. So the coil's out. There is a song though, so they're going to try and reevaluate if they want to take the team fight. Sealing a lot of damage away, and with the double damage run onto the Weaver as well. Still inside the river, they got a stun onto the Puck, it's not enough. Niche is okay, Patuk trying to chase down Bank, and another fight that's going to go Passion UA's way. They are continuing to showcase that they can, you know, bring it to the big dogs here in these qualifiers.
Yeah, they're seemingly in full control of this game right now. This triple raid band is now double raid band. He sold one of those. So unfortunately, he decided he had one too many. But he does have a Vanguard instead, and he's going for Crimson, so he's basically the Aura boy.
They're gonna try and force a fight.
Yeah. Basically, he cast the Swarm on Tormentor. Is he gonna go for it? No. Never mind.
Okay, so Wisdom, Tormentor, Dire, they're going to go back and get their own Wisdom. And maybe the same with the Tormentor as well. Shard. We'll go Bengen's way, not too bad.
Yeah, I think it's probably... Out of the two supports, you're happier as a Witch Doctor to get that Shard. It's like a crucial item for you. For Rubik it's also good, but it's not as big. Yeah, nicely recovered, by the way, by Passion UA, considering how the lanes went. It's not like they lost the lanes Omega hard, but mid lane was lost, top lane wasn't that great, Weaver died twice. They recovered nicely.
Yeah, very impressed. I mean, you see the gold difference as well, Puck and DK. So, we'll see how Niche is going to be able to continue to play. Will be the Shard into the Prisma. And what objectives do we have in store next? Roche going to be down bottom for a while. Radiant have pretty good vision set up in this area, so they would love to take a fight inside their own jungle. We'll see if they're going to be able to force the issue, though.
One thing that I really like about Passion UA, by the way, is the neutral items. Hold that thought.
Mid lane. Supreme's going to be able to start, and Narman, he'll be there to follow. that's the single target control like we were mentioning. It's going to be a bit of an issue for the Puck, and this kill, can they get more out of it though? Need to try and convert into some bigger ones, and maybe Freak.
Or maybe
Objective,
Rush.
another kill. You'd love a little bit more here from MOUZ. I mean, they are trailing the Weaver down to bottom. Gonna get anyone though, so maybe Roche by the looks of it. 20 seconds without the Puck. It's slow though, no?
It is, yeah. One bad thing about Windranger with this facet is Roshan taking, it's not really that good. Not that great.
Oh.
How would you feel about... listen, I know it's a crazy blasphemous thing to say, but how would you feel about Windranger actually having normal focus fire for this game? Like not the
Why
AoE.
specifically this game though?
I mean, you have Weaver, one stun on him, Razor as well. Like you can commit on these targets. I don't know. Probably not great though. You'd still rather have the AoE, of course. Just works all the time. Plus you can farm with it. Just a wild idea.
It doesn't seem like there's been a lack of damage though with this facet. Like the only times I've like had that thought is when I've like seen centaurs and like multiple blade mails. Like it doesn't seem like the whirlwind facet is really minimizing that much your single target damage.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. You're completely right. Which is something that they should probably change.
Probably, yes.
Why is this hero 500 movement speed gyro that also has focus fire? The normal focus fire. It's not that great. Bengen, Weaver's on him.
Yeah, but Supreme's here too. Lincoln's going to be activated thanks to the Dragon Tail. Bengen will have a bit of a difficult time. There's a lot happening across the map. Naaman's also getting chased down as well by the bridge. He's going to be able to blink TP out.
Yep. Nothing. Absolutely no one dying in the end. Just no one really getting fully committed on. What big items do we have? We have Daedalus being purchased by Yolnit soon. Like he needs, what, 1400 gold. Freak, he's got that Lincoln's for a while now, building into a shard of his own. This shard is just massive on Weaver. And when I was talking about the neutral item, this is the neutral item I meant. Probably the only item I take over, what's it called? The bow. The only one I take it over, the tier 2 bow for Weaver.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like so many heroes array is just incredible on.
Yep. Especially on Weaver once you get the shard as well. Like you're just right clicking everyone.
Mid lane, they're gonna make the jump on the Supreme, but MOUZ, they're ready. Baiting the Dragon Knight. The hero's gonna pop out, but it's apparently not the fight they're looking to take. Somehow they're out of range of the song. Flacco unable to catch up to them. Maybe the last second, no, still won't get in range.
Gleipnir is there, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Meanwhile, Supreme, he actually needed, what, 300 gold from BKB, so he just TP'd out immediately.
And they're actually gonna go. Gotta be cautious though. Onnit's underneath this cliff ward.
Puck?
Onnit in the river. Over the right side, yeah, Puck's gonna get caught. Puck blown up 4-0. A buyback out of Puck, but he's tipping to the outpost. He's not there straight away. They need to continue the fight on. Supreme, can he escape? However, it looks like they might have to sack the Dragon Knight's life. Potentially happy with just forcing out the buyback out of the Puck. Freak's gonna land a pretty good Gleipnir onto 2. They'll get more though. Bleeding kills is gonna be MOUZ. They weren't able to just give up the kill onto Supreme, and unfortunately in the end, that's gonna cost them both supports that go down near the tier 2 tower.
They need an objective though, and maybe this mid tier 2 tower is something, maybe a rush as well. Because you just bought back your Puck. I'm not sure this is... Look, if he doesn't buy back, the fight continues and maybe they lose more. This way... Oh, top lane force.
Oh, they got him.
Gleipnir.
He's got BKB but no TP. And... see, Force is going to be able to make it out. Probably will be okay. They've still got the vision. Freak wants him. Gleipnir up in a couple seconds.
Nah,
Need
it's
some
not
help
happening.
in the respawns are coming. Bottom lane
Okay.
now? Own it? What's going on there? Own it?
What the hell is this? Up.
What's going
Own
on?
it?
Okay, he's baiting. He's baiting. Supreme's in. Silence into the shackle. Is just waiting for the respawns. Own it. Into his limits.
Just crazy. Team fight after team. Not even team fights, just one fight after another. Random fights everywhere happening. And 70 seconds without puck. This is free rush. I feel like if you're MOUZ, you definitely go into the pit. You're not the strongest at taking it, but you have so much time you can do it anyways. It's such a hard game for puck, and this is like multiple times we've seen this exact matchup. Like Dragonite buys Blink, buys Orchid, and puck is just constantly dead. You called it, I called it. It's hard for him. And then on top of that you have this Rubik with Sukuchi lifting you from actually being invis.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. Like, I guess the other ones, like you have some other single target stuns or point target with the cask and the shackle, but they're easier to dodge. But even like the Primal Beast can be a little bit frustrating. Like catching you just randomly with a charge if you're not ready for it. It's not entirely an easy game, and we're seeing that 6 deaths here for the puck. You struggled in the lane, caught up, was like maybe second in net worth, now has dropped all the way down to the bottom out of the cores, and MOUZ, they've got a big opportunity. Ages on Own It. Daedalus, I believe, is getting delivered now for Own It as well, and I mean, we'll see. The net worth lead, it is still incredibly close. I mean, this game is pretty much dead even minus the Ages advantage, but it does seem like MOUZ starting to call back. Freak? They want to fight?
Supreme, he's in.
They are. Should be an easy kill onto the Naga.
Nothing is an easy kill anymore, man. Like,
That is true.
an easy kill does not exist in this game anymore. You have to put your back into it. Even this Naga with Max Solar, if you don't finish her off, she can maybe mirror image, even Song.
Alright, they're smoking.
Yep. Puck is an easy kill though. There you go. He is. He's got the shield rune though.
He does, but potentially going to be able to go through him before the shield rune's going to be activated. Supreme with a jump over the top. Nalman with a follow-up stun. Does get it off for the last second, but yeah, it's still just showcasing the damage. And let's see how he's actually able to play Dota without a Linken's. But even if he goes Linken's, they will have way to go through it. So I don't know. This is a very difficult game for him to be able to have some impact.
What's we were building with this Demon Edge? Is that an MKB I'm seeing? Probably, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's going for an MKB, but it's definitely the proper item. Like, you need it versus Wind Ranger. I'm just afraid that they'll have so much control that even this Linken's will not be enough for him to stay alive in the upcoming fights.
They are posturing like they want to walk up high ground on MOUZ.
Yep, you're forcing it. One thing I'm seeing though is Razor has only one raid band. It's just, you know, he's losing raid bands and with them the game control. I think they were the ones. Weaver is ratting.
Got a very good job as Freak. Actually, we'll come back now, so I was going to say maybe we'll continue the rat. They might try and cancel some TPs. Sharpshooter Fernan's gets out of danger. Weaver did just buy the MKB as well, keep in mind. Supreme ready to go with the initiation. They might have a difficult time if Own It's just gone.
He does have a BKB after he respawns.
See, are they going to force him to pop it though? Drag back almost made it a higher ground, but a defensive 4-staff. Own It's okay. It's a great jump in. Has to use the BKB now. Force as well is going to hold them onto the low ground. Song is creating a little bit of a messy occasion for them. They're forced to disengage, but they don't want to. Benkin's not going to escape. Force is not going to make it out as well as A great defense. Just the poking and prodding that we're seeing out of Passion UA. You're trying to get this fight where you force a BKB or force an ultimate that's wasted, and then there's an opportunity for you to go, and they definitely capitalized on that opening.
Yeah, nice little song over Polarize. Also, of course, Supreme. He was using his Dragon form earlier, so he couldn't really commit with that any longer. It was out, so they kind of had to fall back. Wind Ranger as well lost that Aegis to an MKB reveal, right? Like that's basically what happened. He didn't see the MKB, and MKB was showcased on him.
This is a bit of a pendulum. Game going one side's favor, back into the other. Puck top lane. Run into own it. I was trying to set up on him with Supreme and Nama nearby, but yeah, this game got back and forth. 5,000 net worth need, 5,000 net worth lead, I should say. Is that the highest this game? I believe it is the highest.
What's your favorite Pendulum song?
Is this something? I
Do
don't
you
know
have
what
one?
you're asking me. I don't know what you're asking me, honestly.
Oh, you don't know the Pendulum band? I forgot your generation, whatever. Z. Are you a Z?
Yes, 2000. So maybe Zuma. I don't even know. I don't care. I'm young. That's it.
That's good. That's good. We need
higher ground. Niche again. Another jump onto the puck, and this time looking like it's going to be another kill as well. But the stuns are overwhelming. The damage is overwhelming. They're going to try TP to protect him. Does get the orb off for the last second. Puck's actually going to be able to live. And now they're looking to try and charge into the middle.
Force here.
Tries to intercept if they wanted to continue to go. Will be Glabnir from afar, but good job to keep the puck alive. Somehow will live.
Yeah, he just went in, popped his Shivas, and broke the fight apart. That's it. They gotta move back, even though they have half of the Dragon form. On the other side, Weaver lost half of his HP basically to nothing, so he couldn't really commit. And he's 100 gold away from BKB. So I think that's their next go time.
And there's the go. Just a little wink. But a kill nonetheless, which could open up the high ground, hoping to maybe force a buyback. 60 seconds now with a 4v5 advantage for MOUZ.
Yeah, there's no Dragon form though for 40. I think you can defend this even without buying back. This high ground is dangerous. Only if they fully commit does he have to buy back. Let's see, Weaver. Actually thinking about going in.
Just poking, trying to force them to dive and then get the buyback out of the hoodwink.
I just love that he's not buying back. Like, this game is a huge tease. For the last 10 minutes, no one is really dying, no one important. It's just like, you have to fully commit to kill off anyone. And Force has been doing exactly that. He, well, not exactly that. He goes in, but no one follows up, and then he just has to, like, get out of the fights 24/7 with BKB being wasted. That's why Hoodwink didn't even buy back. He's like, yeah, I know he's bluffing. He's not gonna really commit.
Hoodwink will be back live. Just mentioning that because it looked like they were grouping up to potentially go for a smoke, but that is not going to be the case. Force runs into Freak.
Oh God, no, not like this.
Yeah, like you said, game's a bit of a tease at the moment. No real big fights. And some posturing from either side. Objectives being claimed. MOUZ continuing to play together. Be looking to butt their heads against the wall of the T2 tower. We'll see if there will be a defense from Passion. They got a couple heroes here. Looks like a TP will come out.
Both teams have wards here, albeit on the low ground for Dire.
Freak. Gonna be a bit cautious though, like fade ball from the tree line to the telekinesis. Easy way to be able to pop the Lincolns. They will respect the high ground ward.
Smoke up. Oh, that's a tier 4. Mindbreaker nonetheless for Weaver, pretty good.
Look at Razor's just gonna go Force. They isolated Force. Gonna be able to try and break the static link, unable to do so. So a lot of damage is going to be available here for the Razor on it into the middle. We'll see if the Wind Range is going to be able to showcase her damage output with the Daedalus. Trying to chase him down, it would be enough. The Death Ward along with the AoE damage. No one's died just yet on Passion.
Oh, the heals.
Song is giving them an opportunity to be able to reset. The Bushwhack just a little bit shy. The stolen Song. Naman, no way. Does he get them out? TP's a good Naman. Oh, wow.
He deserves a tip. Like, that song was perfect from Naga and then even more so from Rubik. The Naga song just healed them all up. Like, it looked like a really rough fight where Witch Doctor, he managed to channel out the full duration almost of that ward. Yeah, but the song reset everything and healed them up together with Greaves so well. Nicely done by Rubik.
I still hear Freak. See Power Shot, maybe they're okay. Flinken's popped it, they got the damage and the control. Looks like they do! Oh, they got him. Couple of crits at the last second. Now Flacco as well. Position a little bit too far forward and he will pay the iron price. MOUZ. 2 heroes without a buyback. Roche up in 30 seconds.
They were playing so well and so cautiously up to this point. We were going just a bit too ham. They had not enough saves for him. You just have to respect all these single target spells, all these single target disables that they've got. Like, they're countless. Like the stun from DK, the Orchid, the Lift, the Shackle Shot, like the Cask, the Primal Beam Pulverize. Like, it's just, the list goes on.
Maybe that's where the Lotus is able to come into play here for Fernan. So going a bit more back for the team utility route instead of maybe trying to scale Leipnir into some damage.
I feel like it's an item that maybe would have been better on Naga a little bit earlier than Fold Greaves and Solar Crest, but it's easy in hindsight to talk about it.
Second rush, MOUZ wants to get this objective, so Aegis Banner. See if they're going to try and give this one over and how they're going to look to try and play once this is claimed as well. Owner gets the Aegis. Banner is not that big of a deal who holds it. So we've got an Arcane Rune inside the river. Puck is able to scout that out. So more than likely, well, Puck is on the opposite side of the map. Puck will not be able to find that. Did complete a Scepter very recently as well for the Puck.
Some bonus damage being dished out by him, if he's actually able to hit anyone, right? The Aghanims always makes him a scary hero, together with the Mjolnir that he's queued up next. So it doesn't have to really be all on the Weaver. Like, the Puck and the Razor, both of them can lift the team up a little bit as well.
Like, what do we think about the Razor's build now? Like, we've got into this stage and the items that he has. Is this someone who is potentially a threat as this game goes on? Is he going to fall off at all?
I don't think he ever falls off because just of the nature of his items. He's always benefiting his team, right? Like, he's got a lot of auras that he's bringing to the table. So even just being able to jump in with Static Link and steal the damage from someone is always beneficial. The question is how much. Like, how much does actually he benefit his team? All it. They're not respecting this push.
Because they're going for their own push. It's a big wave top. Lift will try and deal with some of the creeps, but it's full range Cardi as well. So what's the call? Do you go back from MOUZ? Do you still stick around? I push fast.
Yeah, they have Glyph on Dire, so they protect their towers a little bit. They just lost top, and Freak is going mid. Like, he wants to even the odds here.
What's the call? I mean, look at the poke and prod. And how do you escape? Because there's always a potential coil to stop the TP out. Decent Lotus. Supreme eats his own Dragon Tail. Buildings are falling mid lane. But they need to make a decision, MOUZ. They need to do it quick. There's the chase. Core's going to connect onto a couple of heroes. They want to try and turn to the Razor with the BKB. Protected. They're bringing back the Weaver. Song gives him time for the teleport to connect, lands the bugs as well. Got to keep in mind, Ona, he does have the ages. BKB is going to be available in the second life, but they've completely broken the formation. Force is going to try and get back into the middle, but it's not going to matter in the end. Dire, another incredible fight. They're going to be able to catch Force just before the teleport out with the BKB expiring. And these are two heroes without buybacks. Lizard, it might be another repeat of game 1, game 2, and now in third game.
I love it. I mean, I love it because Passion UA, they decided, like their decision making was so on point in this last fight.
Yeah.
Like they continued pushing because they knew they push really fast and they can make them, making their teammates cancel the enemy's TPs.
This game's over.
Well, there's a buyback on Prime mode.
Oh, no, my friend, this is over.
It probably is.
No BKB on win range, you gotta run in. What are you gonna do? I'm that of respect. I thought they'd go for the jugular, but they want the mega creeps.
Maybe this is even a mistake, not forcing it. I feel like they could have forced it. They're gonna get megas though, so still very solid. And now they're gonna force it, right? Now that they see no one is buying back, you go straight in.
You gotta buy back soon. I mean, the buildings are gonna fall. They might just turn to the throne if everyone's back alive. There's a buyback. Now, the last team fight, the decision making was on point. Will this be the case again? The open qualified team, can they knock down MOUZ? He's gone! Win range is gonna be gone too! Oh my lord, it is a day of upsets here in the Western European qualifies. Passion UA! Oh my lord, they're gonna take it, knocking down MOUZ. Again, the team that qualified to BetBoom in the previous qualifiers in Europe. This is crazy, what's going on? OG got knocked down, MOUZ